Hey, what's up guys, it's Scarce here.
Hey guys, what is going on? My name is Gummy, and today we are back for another statue tutorial. Today we are doing John Scarce, the famous news reporter, the Keemstar replacement, I guess you could call him. So yeah, let's get straight into building. So what we're going to do is first off list off the blocks you're going to need to build this statue, and then we'll actually get into building it. And yeah, before I start the video, I do want to say that this was designed by Nebula or RustledDaJimmies, so again, social media links down in the description. Okie dokie, so the blocks you'll need to build this statue are the following. You'll need black wool, grey wool, red stained clay, light blue stained clay, blue stained clay, blue wool, white stained clay, pillar quartz blocks, black stained clay, brown stained clay, grey stained clay, block of quartz, dark oak wood stairs, and dark oak wood slabs. So, I'll give you guys a second to pause right here and grab them blocks into your inventory. Once you've done that, we can get straight into building. So, what we're going to do is we're going to start off by building the legs. The legs are 12 blocks tall and 8 blocks wide. Of course, we're only doing the front at the moment. We'll worry about the sides and backs later on. So, we're going to start off going layer by layer. We're going to find a nice empty space, and we're going to start off by placing 1 black wool, 2 grey wool, 2 black wool, 2 grey, and 1 black wool. That is the first layer, and again that is 8 wide. That consists of 1 black, 2 grey, 2 black, 2 grey, and 1 black. So we now have 11 layers left. The second layer is 8 grey wool, and then this is where things get kind of easy. The next 10 layers is 8 black wool. So what we're going to do is simply just go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So just build up 10, and then all you need to do is build across to the same height all the way, and that will give you your 12 by 8. So again, it should be 12 blocks tall, 8 blocks wide, and that will give you the front side of the legs. Nice and simple. As I said, it's just shoes and then I guess black jeans, black trousers. So yeah, that is what it should look like. Again, if you want to pause, this would be a good time to do so. Again, just to go over it one last time, that is 1 layer of black, 2 grey, 2 black, 2 grey, 1 black, 1 layer of 8 grey, and then 10 layers of 8 black. This is where things get a bit more complicated, because this is when his pure fashionable checkered kind of style shirt is being introduced, and this is where it gets relatively complicated, because it is all over the place, tons of different colours and lots of detail. I'll go over it slowly, but again, if you ever feel you need to pause, just feel free to do so, and that's always a good way to get around if you're falling a tiny bit behind. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off on the left side, and we're going to place 3 red stained clay, 2 black wool, and 3 red stained clay. So that is the first layer. What we're then going to do is on the left side, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left using white stained clay, and then we do the exact same on the right side. We go 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 to the left, 4 to the right, and it looks something like this. Now essentially what we're doing here is marking out the hands. So left arm, right arm, 4 blocks on the left, 4 blocks on the right. But we're not going to be doing the arms yet. We'll come back to that later on. That's just marking out, and again, it means you don't have to count, and it makes life a tad easier. So continuing now with the body, again, we're going to go left to right for the next 11 layers. We're going to start off on top of the red stained clay. We place 1 red stained clay, 1 light blue, 1 red, 2 light blue, 1 red, 1 light blue, 1 red. Again, I'll back up after every row, just so you can pause. The third layer of the body is 3 red stained clay, 1 white wool, 1 blue stained clay, and 3 red stained clay. The next layer, the fourth layer, is 1 blue stained clay, 1 light blue, 1 blue, 2 blue wool, 1 blue, 1 light blue, and 1 blue. The next layer, which is the fifth layer, is 3 red, 1 white, 1 blue stained clay, and 3 red. The next layer, which is the sixth layer, is 1 red, 1 light blue, 1 red, 2 light blue, 1 red, 1 light blue, and 1 red. So as you can see, it follows a very similar pattern. The next layer is 3 red, 1 white wool, 1 blue stained clay, and 3 red stained clay. And same thing again, we're repeating the same pattern. So the next layer is 1 blue stained clay, 1 light blue, 1 blue, 2 blue wool, 1 blue, 1 light blue, and 1 blue. And again, currently it should be 8 blocks tall. So we have 4 layers remaining. The 9th layer, again starting off with the red again, is 3 red, 1 white wool, 1 blue stained clay, and 3 red. Next layer is 1 red, 1 light blue, 1 red, 2 light blue, red, light blue, red. And that was the 10th layer. The 11th layer is 3 red, so 1, 2, 3, 1 white wool, 1 blue stained clay, and 3 red stained clay. And then the final layer, which is the 12th layer, is the one variation from the pattern. And what we're going to do is 6 blue stained clay, 1 light blue, and 1 blue stained clay. And once you've done that, you have built the front side of the body. So as you can see here, it starts off at the bottom left corner of that red stained clay, finishes at the top right corner at the blue, and you have now got yourself a very nice red and blue checkered shirt. We're now going to go ahead and add the arms. So if I get my arm back, that would help. We're going to start on the left side. Now something to bear in mind is right now this statue should be 24 blocks tall, 16 wide, 8 wide if you are not including the arms. Again, if you have already built the first layer of the arms, if you haven't, come to the 13th layer and go 4 to the left and 4 to the right using white stained clay. If you have built it, then great, you're ready to continue. So the arms are 12 tall and 4 wide. We've got the first layer, as I said, which is white stained clay. We're going to go up layer by layer, left to right. So the second layer on the left arm is 4 white stained clay. The third layer is 4 blue stained clay. We then have 1 blue, 1 light blue, 1 blue, and 1 blue wool. So that is the 4th layer. The next layer, again, we're starting off with the red. So we're going to place 3 red and 1 blue stained clay. The next layer, we're going to place 1 red, 1 light blue, 1 red, and 1 light blue. And the layer after that, we're going to place 3 red and 1 blue stained clay. Right now, should be 7 blocks tall. The next layer, again, continue with the pattern. This is very much a pattern. Is 1 blue, 1 light blue, 1 blue, and 1 blue wool. And then again, we're doing the red. So we place 3 red and 1 blue stained clay. Next layer is 1 red, 1 light blue, 1 red, 1 light blue. Second to last layer is 3 red stained clay, 1 blue stained clay, and then the final layer is 3 blue stained clay and 1 blue wool. So the arms are very, very simple. As you can see here, this is what they look like. Now, you can see it is very much just whatever's at the bottom is copied to the top, and that's what makes it super easy. If I back up a bit, you can see now what the body with the arm should look like in general. The right arm is the exact same as the left arm, just flipped over, so mirrored. So if you want to skip ahead and do it yourself, you are more than welcome to do so. However, I'm going to go over it nevertheless, just for anyone who needs it. But again, this is a good opportunity to pause. Just go over it one last time. Arms are 12 tall, 4 wide. Body is 12 tall, 8 wide. Okie dokie. So now what we're going to do is move on to the right arm. Again, you come to the 13th layer of the build, go 4 blocks to the right using white stained clay. On top of this, we're going to place another layer of white stained clay and then a layer of blue stained clay. The 4th layer, starting off with the pattern now, is 1 blue wool, 1 blue stained clay, 1 light blue, and 1 blue. The next layer is 1 blue stained clay and 3 red stained clay. The layer after that is 1 light blue, 1 red, 1 light blue, and 1 red. So that is currently 6 blocks tall. The 7th layer is 1 blue and 3 red stained clay. The next layer is 1 blue wool, 1 blue stained clay, 1 light blue stained clay, and 1 blue stained clay. The layer after that is 1 blue and 3 red. The next layer being 1 light blue, 1 red, 1 light blue, 1 red. Second to last layer is 1 blue and 3 red stained clay. And then the final layer is 1 blue wool and 3 blue stained clay. And as you can see, it should currently look something like this. This is the whole statue at this point in time. I'll zoom in a bit on the body as well, just so you can see it. If you want to pause, I'll get rid of my arm as well. So, we're making really nice progress. This is the front side, 12x8 for legs, 12x8 for body, and 12x4 for each arm. This is kind of like a little bonus add-on, I guess. And this is if you want to make Scarce a little tubby, if you know what I mean. So, I feel bad for doing this, but what we're going to do is we're going to come to the bottom left corner. And again, you don't have to build this. This is only if you want to. And I'm going to remove it afterwards when we continue with the build. But what you're going to do is you're going to come to the bottom left corner of the build. You're going to place on this red stained clay here as a 3D effect. We're going to place 1, 2, 3 red stained clay. Leave a 2-block gap, place 1, 2, 3 red stained clay. Above this, starting with this light blue here, we're going to place 1 light blue, 1 red, 2 light blue, 1 red, 1 light blue. And on top of that, we're going to place 2 red, 1 white wool, 1 blue stained clay, 2 red stained clay, and then finally in front of this 2 blue wool here, we're going to place, of course, 2 blue wool. And now he's just ever so slightly a bit more tubby, and yeah, I don't really know what to say, I just feel bad, but this was in the design that Nebula did, and I think it was a funny little touch. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to make his neck match the stomach. So, we're going to come up to the top left corner, we're going to go on the body, so we leave 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's the arm out the way, and on the body we're going to go 1, 2, and on the third block we're going to place 1 blue, 2 blue wool, and 1 blue. Now what you could do now, if you wanted to, is add a button here and a button here, and it would be like the part on your shirt, the buttons, I guess. But that's what it looks like. And again, that's just a little Easter egg if you want to add it. I'm not going to, but yeah, it's a funny little thing, so I thought I'd show you how to do it if you wanted to. But with that out the way, we can now make the statue 3D. I guess it's kind of 3D already if you added that, but we can make the actual body and the legs 3D. So what we're going to do is we're going to come to the bottom left corner of the statue, to this black wool here, and we're going to go 1, 2 to the left using grey wool, and 1 black wool. Now the side of the leg is 12 tall, 4 wide, 4th block already done. This is the 4th layer here, so only placing 3 blocks per layer. Now the good news is, it's very, very simple. So as I said, the first layer is 1 black wool, 2 grey. The second layer is 3 grey, and then the third layer is 2 grey and 1 black. On top of this, all we're going to do is build up 9 using black wool. So 9 layers of 3 black wool, and that will bring you up to the top and give you a 12x4. It's as simple as that. So as you can see, that is 12 tall, 4 wide, first 3 layers has a bit of grey, and then the remaining 9 is just plain black wool. The other good news is the other side is the exact same. So black wool here, we're going to go 2 to right using grey wool, 1 black wool. On top of that, we're going to place 3 grey wool, then 1 black wool, 2 grey, and then 9 layers of black wool. Again, I'll give you guys an opportunity to pause if you think I'm going a bit fast, because I'm kind of spinning through this part because it is really, really easy, and the exact same as the other side. But that is the right side, and then that's the right side from a corner angle, and then same with this side from the corner angle. Okie dokie, so that leaves us now with the side of the arms. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off by building a platform. We're going to come around to the rear side of the statue, if I can get around. And what we're going to do is come to the bottom layer of the white stained clay. From here, we're going to bring it back 1, 2, 3, all the way across. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And same on this side, we go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So if you done it correctly, it should be a 4x4 square, as you can see here, as the base plate for the hands. And we're going to come to the left arm. So starting off on the left arm, facing it head on, it should look like a backwards L. Now same logic applies as the side of legs. It is 12 tall, 4 wide, however 4th layer already done. So we're only placing 4 blocks, only placing 3 blocks on each row, and then it will equal 4 in total. Okay, so starting at the first layer, again you should have white stained clay, same as the second layer. The third layer, from left to right, we're going to place 3 blue stained clay. The next layer is 1 light blue, 1 blue, and 1 blue wool. Again, that was the 4th layer. The 5th layer is 2 red stained clay and 1 blue stained clay. The layer after that is 1 light blue, 1 red, and 1 light blue. The next layer is 2 red stained clay and 1 blue stained clay. On top of that, we're going to place 1 light blue, 1 blue, and 1 blue wool. Then we're going to place 2 red, one blue stained clay. Again, you can see the same pattern forming again. The layer after that, we're going to place one light blue, one red, and one light blue. Second to last layer, we're going to place two red and one blue. And then the final layer, we're going to place two blue and one blue wool. And that's what it looks like head on. And then from a corner angle, again, that is 12 tall and 4 wide, and follows the same checkered pattern as every other side of the shirt. Right side again, exact same. So we're going to head round to the right side. 12 by 4 should look like an L right now. Fourth layer already done, so we're going to be doing 11 layers on top of the base of 3 blocks. So, as I said before, the first 2 layers is white stained clay, and then the third layer is 3 blue stained clay. Again, we're going to be working from left to right. The fourth layer is 1 light blue and 2 blue. On top of that, we're going to do 2 red and 1 blue. Next layer is 1 light blue, 1 red, and 1 light blue. On top of this, we're going to do 2 red and 1 blue. The next layer, we're going to do 1 light blue, 1 blue, and 1 blue wool. Next, we're going to do 2 red stained clay, 1 blue stained clay. Then 1 light blue, 1 red, and 1 light blue. Second to last layer is 2 red and 1 blue stained clay. And then the final layer has got 2 blue stained clay and 1 blue wool. So there is one slight variation from this side to the other side, and that is, as you can see here, the blue wool is on this part here, and on this side it's over near the front. So from a head-on view, you can see the slight difference, but in general they're very much the same. So again, this is head-on of the front side, side angle of the left, and then we got head-on of the left, and then coming around to the right side, again, very, very similar, only small differences. So, you can see here, again, this is the right side of the arm, and then from the right corner. Alrighty, so, I'm backing up, you can see statue's really starting to make progress, really starting to look kind of cool. We're going to come around to the rear side, and you notice not so much. It's really empty, and that's what we're going to work on sorting out right now. So the rear side of the legs is 12 by 8. However, row on left, row on right equals 2. So we're going to subtract that, and we got 6 left. So we're going to be placing 6 blocks per row for the next 12 layers. So the first layer, we're going to start off next is black wool. We're going to place 2 grey, 2 black, and 2 grey. On top of this, we're going to place 2 layers of 6 grey wool. And then on top of that, 9 layers of 6 black wool. So again, I'll repeat that. 3 layers essentially of grey, and then 9 layers of black. The first one is a slight exception because it goes 1 black, 2 grey, 2 black, 2 grey, and 1 black. But in general, the first 3 layers are majority grey. Then we have 9 layers of black wool, and that will bring you up to the top of the legs, and that is the legs completely done. Moving on to the body now. Again, I will come back and pause and do an in-depth spin around if you need it. Coming back to the body, we're going to be working on. So we're going to start on the bottom left corner above this black wool. We're going to place 1 blue stained clay, 3 red stained clay, and again, bear in mind this is slightly different to the front side. 1 blue stained clay and 3 red stained clay. The second layer is 1 blue stained clay, 1 red, 1 light blue, 1 red, 1 light blue, 1 red, 1 light blue, 1 red. The next layer is 1 blue stained clay, 3 red stained clay, 1 blue, 3 red. Again, that is the third layer. The fourth layer is 1 blue wool, 1 blue stained clay, 1 light blue, 1 blue, 1 blue wool, 1 blue stained clay, 1 light blue, and 1 blue. The fifth layer is 1 blue stained clay, 3 red stained clay, 1 blue stained clay, and 3 red stained clay. On top of this, we're going to place 1 light blue, 1 red, 1 light blue, 1 red, 1 light blue, red, light blue, red. Again, just a quick opportunity to pause if you want to. That is currently 6 blocks tall. Starting off with the next layer, we're going to place 1 blue stained clay, 3 red stained clay, 1 blue, and 3 red. On top of this, we're going to place 1 blue wool, 1 blue stained clay, 1 light blue, 1 blue, 1 blue wool, blue, light blue, blue. So a lot of blues, but as you can see, same old pattern. On top of this, again repeating itself, 1 blue, 3 red, 1 blue, 3 red. Next layer is light blue, red, light blue, red, light blue, red, light blue, red. And on top of that, second to last layer, we're going to place 1 blue, 3 red, 1 blue, 3 red. And finally, last but not least, final layer is 1 blue wool, 1 blue stained clay, 1 light blue, blue, 1 blue wool, 1 blue stained clay, 1 light blue, and 1 blue. As you can see, that is 12 tall, 8 wide, and that is the rear side of the body. That leaves us now with just the rear side of the arms before we can then move on to the head. So we're going to start off at the rear side of the right arm. So in this case, it's our left side, but from the front perspective, it's the rear side of the right arm. We're going to come to the bottom layer again. Same logic applies, 3 blocks per row, and we're building up 11 rows. So 12 by 4 in total. So the first 2 layers again is white stained clay, as you can see right here. Then we have a layer of 3 blue stained clay. The fourth layer is 1 blue, 1 light blue, and 1 blue. And on top of that, we're going to place 3 red. So currently 5 layers tall. The 6th layer, we're going to place 1 red, 1 light blue, and 1 red. And for the 7th layer, we're going to place simply 3 red. On top of this, we're going to place 1 blue, 1 light blue, and 1 blue. And then on top of that, simply 3 red. Next layer, we place 1 red, 1 light blue, 1 red, 3 red again, and then finally 3 blue stained clay. And it will look like this. Now again, the other side, slightly different, few variations. So we're going to scoot on over to here. The first 2 layers is white stained clay, and then the third layer is blue stained clay. The next layer, we're going to place 2 blue wool and 1 blue stained clay. On top of this, we're going to place 2 blue and 1 red. Next layer, we're going to place 2 light blue and 1 red. And the layer after that, 2 blue and 1 red. On top of this, we're going to place 2 blue wool. So 2 blue wool and 1 blue stained clay. Again, just backing up so you can catch up if you need to do so. Currently 8 blocks tall. The next layer is 2 blue stained clay, 1 red. On top of that, we're going to do 2 light blue, 1 red, and then 2 blue, 1 red. That will bring you up to the top. The final layer is going to be 2 blue wool and 1 blue stained clay. And once you've done that, that is the rear side of the statue complete. Now, for the shoulders, all we're going to do is just simply fill it in using blue stained clay. So we just go ahead and fill it in. That will be a 16 by 4 area. And once you've done that, that is the body completely done. And we can worry about the head. But before we do, we're going to have a little spin around and make sure that everyone's up to the same point in the video. If you've had any issues so far, then pause the video at the specific point you want. And if you still have any issues, feel free to leave a comment down below and I'll try and help you on a more personal basis. Okay, so what I'm going to do for this section is I'm going to come to a specific part of the statue. In this case, I'm at the front of the legs. What I'm going to do is list off the measurements, so 12 by 8. That is how big the front of the legs are. We're then going to give you an opportunity to pause the video. I'm not going to say it because it'll drive you mental, it'll drive me mental, but there'll be a brief few seconds where you can pause. So let's go over that. So this is the front of the legs. It is 12 by 8, and there you go. So moving on now, we have the front side of the body, which is 12 by 8, and the front side of each arm, which is 12 by 4. Coming around to the left side now, we have the left side of the leg, which is 12 by 4. We have the left side of the arm, again, 12 by 4. Heading round to the right side now, the right side of the leg is the exact same as the left, that is 12 by 4. And then the right side of the arm, which is again slightly different to the left side, but follows the same kind of pattern. Heading round to the rear side now, we have the rear side of the leg, which is 12 by 8. We have the rear side of the body, 12 by 8, and each side of the rear side of the arms, which is 12 by 4. The top side, aka the shoulders, is 16 by 4, 16 wide, 4 thick, and is majority just blue stained clay. The middle part doesn't really matter because it will be covered up by the head, but it's just nice to have it filled in and complete. Again, if you added that little 3D effect that we added earlier on in the video, the front side will look slightly different, of course, but again, that's up to you. If you didn't want to add that, then that's cool. If you did, then also nice. Okay, so that leaves us with the head. The head is very, very simple. It is an 8x8x8 cube, and there is one 3D effect, but we'll talk about that later on. So, what we're going to do is come to the front side. It's the side where there's only 2 layers of grey at the bottom. It's probably the easiest way to identify it, and everything's symmetrical. Whereas if you come to the rear side, not everything is symmetrical. The front side is the one with symmetry, so that's a good way to point out which side it is. We're going to come to the top left corner to this blue stained clay, and on top of that, right here, we're going to count 5 to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th block, which should be this blue stained clay, we're going to bring a white stained clay up and then 2 forwards. We do the exact same now on the right side, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th block, place a white stained clay and bring it 2 forwards. Now between this, there should be a 6 block gap, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 in between, and that will give you an 8x2 overhang if you fill it in with white stained clay. And then what we're going to do is come around to the corner side and extend it backwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and same on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then again link them together like so, and that will give you another 8x2 overhang on the rear side of the head, but most importantly that will give you an 8x8 square, as you can see right here. So again, 8x8 square of white stained clay, and that is the template of the head. We got the front side, left side, right side, and rear side. We're going to start off on the front side, aka the face first. So as I said, each side is 8x8. We're going to be doing the basic build first, then adding the 3D effects after. So we're going to start off on the first layer, again, which is 8 white stained clay. The second layer, we're going to place 3 white stained clay. We're going to leave a 2 block gap and place 3 white stained clay. The third layer, we're going to place 2 white stained clay, leave a 4 block gap, and place 2 white stained clay. On top of this, we're going to place a layer of 8 white stained clay, so that's 4 layers so far done, and that will leave you with 6 blocks empty. What we're going to do for this is we're going to get our pillar quartz block. Now you could fill it in just like this and give him a massive smile, but the better way of doing it is actually setting it back 1 block into the head, so that it actually looks like his teeth. And what you need to do essentially is just place a 4x2 of pillar quartz blocks. Make sure they're all upright, because if you have some sideways and some upright, it will look a tad weird. And as you can see here, it will give him a big smile. Now again, don't forget to, if you did punch out these 2 blocks, to replace the 2 so that it's only 6 blocks showing and not 8, and that is his big goofy smile. What we're also going to do is just above the smile in the center, so on the 4th and 5th block, we're going to place 2 white stained clay forwards, and that's going to be his nose. So again, currently 4 blocks tall and 8 blocks wide. The 5th layer is 1 white stained clay. We're then going to need our quartz, so we place 1 quartz, 1 black stained clay, so we also need to grab that onto our hotbar. So 1 black stained clay, 2 white stained clay, 1 black stained clay, 1 quartz, and 1 white stained clay. The next layer is 1 grey, 6 white stained clay, and 1 grey. On top of that, we're going to do 1 brown, 1 grey, 4 white stained clay, 1 grey, and 1 brown. And then on top of that, for the final layer, we're going to do 8 brown stained clay. And once you've done that, it looks like this. As you can see, that is an 8x8 square. And what we're going to do now is, in fact, add some 3D hair. So for this 3D hair, what we're going to need is we're going to need our black stained clay, brown, grey, and then we're going to need our dark oak fence, stair, and slab. We got there second time. What we're going to do is on the 8th layer, so the top layer, we're going to come to the 4th and 5th block. As a 3D effect, we're going to place 2 brown stained clay. What we're then going to do is underneath the 2nd block, so the 5th block, we're going to place a dark oak slab. To the right of this, we're going to place a stair, but to make it easier, we're going to leave a 1 block gap and then place a grey stained clay as a 3D effect in front of this already existent grey stained clay. What we then do is place a dark oak wooden stair facing towards the left side on the upper side of the block, so upside down, and it will face and look something like this. As you can see, once I remove the slab, that is what it looks like. Again, keep the slab though. On top of the stair, we're also going to place a slab, so that's 1 dark oak slab above the stair. Then what we're going to do is underneath this grey stained clay block, we're also going to place a dark oak slab. The two final blocks we're going to place is 2 stairs. So what we're going to do is on the grey stained clay, again to the right of it this time, on the lower half of the block we're going to have a dark oak fence. Why do I keep on calling it a fence? A stair. Sorry, apologies, a stair. I'm probably going to call it a fence again. A stair facing towards the right on the lower half of the block. So again, it's upright, it's not upside down. It's upright facing towards the right side. And then underneath it, we're going to have an upside down one facing towards the left, like this. As you can see, that's what it looks like. And that's a little 3D effect we're going to add just as a little bit of a hairline. Okay, so if you want to pause, again, I'll give you a second to do so. And then we're going to move on to the other sides. So we're going to move on to the left side first, and we'll work our way around. So coming around to the left side, we're going to need our white stained clay, our brown, and our grey. So you can pretty much get rid of every other block. You can keep the black stained clay on the side, because I can't quite remember if you need it later on. But the main materials you're going to need for this part is white, brown, and grey. So the side of the head, again, is an 8x8. The first 2 layers is simply white stained clay. So the first 2 layers of the side of the head is white stained clay. For the next layer, we're going to place 5 grey stained clay. Again, this is from left to right. And then we're going to place 2 white. And bear in mind, the 8th block is again already done. The next layer, which is the 4th layer, is 1 grey, 1 brown, 1 grey, and then 4 white stained clay. The next layer is 2 brown, 1 grey, and 2 white stained clay, 1 grey, 1 white stained clay. The next layer is 2 brown, and then 5 grey stained clay. So again, that was the 6th layer. The 7th is 2 brown, 1 grey, 1 brown, 2 grey, and 1 brown. And then the final layer is simply 7 brown stained clay. And that's what it looks like. That is the left side of the head. Now the right side is slightly different, so we'll go over it. Again, that's the left side from a corner angle. Heading around to the right side now, again the first 2 layers is simply white stained clay, so that's nice and simple. The 3rd layer, from left to right, we're going to place 2 white stained clay and then 5 grey. On top of that, we're going to place 4 white stained clay, 1 grey, 1 brown, and 1 grey. We're then going to place 1 white, 1 grey, 2 white, 1 grey, and 2 brown. The next layer is 5 grey, 2 brown. Second to last layer is 4 brown, 1 grey, and 2 brown. And then the final layer is simply 7 brown stained clay. Again, as you can see, that is an 8x8. And if you want to pause, you are more than welcome to do so. Heading round to the second to last side now, which is the rear side. Again, left side already done, right side already done, so that's 2 done. We're only placing 6 blocks per row, and it's basically a case of matching up. So again, the first 2 layers is white stained clay, so we have 2 layers of white stained clay. The 3rd layer, right next to this grey, we're going to place 2 grey, 2 brown, and 2 grey. And then the layer after that, we're going to go brown, grey, 2 brown, grey, brown. On top of this, we're going to simply place 4 layers of 6 brown stained clay. So that's 1, 2, 3, and finally our 4th layer. And that will give you your 8x8. As you can see, that is the rear side of the head complete. And that leaves you with one last side, which is the top side, which we're simply going to fill in with brown stained clay. And once you've done that, that pretty much wraps up the tutorial. So I really do hope you enjoyed. I really do hope you have something that looks a lot like this and that you like it and it's a good addition to your world. I love this statue. It looks like so much like him. It represents him so well. So yeah, Nebula and RustledDaJimmies did a really good job. I don't know why I said and, it's the same guy, but different nicknames, I guess. But again, I'll leave links to his social media down in the description. Whilst I ramble a bit, I'm going to have a little spin around the head just in case you want to pause. But again, I really do hope you enjoyed. If you did, definitely consider leaving a like, subscribing down below if you haven't already. Also, check out my other videos. I'll leave links to playlists in the description, as well as the YouTuber statues I've been doing, such as Pyrocynical. I've done, I believe, Luna might be out by the time this video comes out. If not, then stay tuned for that. Also, No Fuckers, and also there was one other, Pyro Leafy. I think I'm forgetting something. But anyways, I'm going to wrap it up there before I ramble forever. Again, really do hope you enjoyed. But until next time, my name has been Gummy. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.
eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through?